Hello vinyl community and anyone else watching this. I'm back again with another video. I had an idea. I've had this idea for a while. But before we start, I always have to ask. I hope everybody's okay. Hope you're all doing well, getting through this whole, thing that we've been going through forever. It doesn't ever seem to end. Hope you're all well. And I really mean that. And I ended my last video with it, but I want to thank everybody for the friendship that they've given me over the last couple of years in the VC. I really appreciate it. Okay, so this video is something new. I got this idea a while ago. It's not like a first time spins like Joe does or anything like that, but and it's not really a whack-a-mole like Mazzy does. I'm just pulling, and not at one time. I'm just picking a record that maybe I haven't ever listened to, or haven't listened to in a long time, or maybe I just listened to it. But I'm listening to it again, and when I get 5, I'm going to just talk about them. I'm going to show them. And so I'm just going through my collection a little bit, and just showing 5 random, unrelated records, and talking about them, because this channel should be about music, the vinyl community, whatever format. I don't care what anybody listens to. It's all about music, in my opinion. And I'm not great at talking about music. I'll be the first one to admit that. But I'm going to give it a shot. So I've picked 5 records. A couple of them, or 3 of them are new, actually. And 2 of them aren't. And here we go. I'm just gonna show them and talk a little bit about them. Whether I recommend them, whether I like them. I'm not going to do a track-by-track analysis on most of them. I might give you some highlights or whatever. But the first one is the latest by Glen Campbell, Live at the Troubadour. It's from 2006, I believe. This is the last show that was ever recorded properly by Glen Campbell. He was on his Meet Glen Campbell tour. It's on Surf Dog Records. It's available at a really good price at Walmart if anybody's interested. There's what the labels look like. It's a 2-record set. And if anybody knows Steve Schnee in the vinyl community, he was at this show. So I pretend I can hear him singing along in the background. But it's got 14 tracks on it, spread over 2 albums. But again, it's not expensive, so that's cool. As long as they're not charging you an arm and a leg, I don't mind when they do that at all. And it's about half songs from the album that he's touring on, the Meet Glen Campbell album, which were all like really cool covers. It's a great album. I recommend that too. And maybe more than half. And then some of his older tunes. And my opinion is the newer tunes actually come off better than the older tunes. But there's Glenn. I think early Alzheimer's had set in. I don't know if he was diagnosed by this time yet, but especially towards the end, you can kind of tell he's a little bit confused at times. But this is a really good show, and I highly recommend this album. It starts off with U2's All I Want Is You, which is his version is great. It goes into Angel Dream, Tom Petty, and actually Sing was second by Travis. And then By the Time I Get to Phoenix, and side 1, his classic. And his classics are fine. He just gets a little Glen Campbell-y in them. It'll be like sing along, or he'll add a little nuances here and there that, might be slightly on the cheesy side. And he doesn't do that with the songs from the new album. Actually, By the Time I Get to Phoenix starts side 2. Then Walls, another Tom Petty song. Galveston and Jesus, and side 2. Then we got Gentle on My Mind, nice version of that. Sadly Beautiful, Paul Westerberg song. Good Riddance, The Time of Your Life by Green Day. I actually prefer his version over Green Day's, believe it or not. I love what he did with that. And the Wichita Lineman, probably his greatest song. Side 4 starts off with Grow Old Along With Me, the John Lennon cover. Really nice version. Rhinestone Cowboy, and then Times Like These. This album is recorded really well. For those of you that don't really like live albums, because it's usually echoey and not recorded well, or this thing is recorded fantastic. The band, he's only been with them a couple weeks, but they're like really good and just a really nice listen. So Glenn Campbell live at the Troubadour, highly recommended by me. Like I said, this was about $21.50 at Walmart, so you know, not expensive. Great listen. Next, take the plastic off here. I'm going to talk about this. Ed from the King's Court just did a video on this, and he didn't like it. So I looked and I had it. I didn't even know I had this. This is Elvis Guitar Man, by the way, on RCA from 1981. And I wasn't even sure I had. I didn't think I did, actually. It's on the black RCA label, and he didn't like it. So I thought I'd give it a spin. Because what this is they took Elvis's vocals and put all new backing tracks with them. And Felton Davies did it. And he does a little essay on the back about it. And so they're modern for the times, 1981. They do lean a little towards the countryside, but I actually liked it. I thought it perked some of these songs up. I mean, are these versions better than the originals? No. But they're good. A couple of them might be better. Guitar Man is interesting. It's got a little country flavor to it, and it's just good. Too Much Monkey Business I really liked. I liked the whole album, actually. What else did I really like? You asked me to Clean Up Your Own Backyard was interesting. She Thinks I Still Care. I'm Moving On was good. I actually like this. So if you're interested, if you're one of these people that likes, like, you know, the new Beatles remixes and stuff like that, and likes alternate ideas for songs, you might want to pick this up. It's cool. So sorry, Ed, but I really like this. So that's my second one. Again, I give it a thumbs up. I really like this album. I didn't know. I just knew it was an Elvis album. I didn't know the story behind it. So thank you, Ed, for pointing it out. And I'm a fan of this record now. Okay, this might be the biggie. This album came out, well, as of my recording this, I don't know when this video will come out. As of my recording this, this album came out about 6 days ago. And it is ABBA's Voyage, and I do want to spend a little time on this. It's the new and last ABBA album, made in France. This is the Target exclusive. I like this cover so much better than the cover that most copies have, that looks kind of just like that. And the Target version is on yellow vinyl. And once again, I really like this album. And I haven't really watched any review videos, but I can tell just by the expression on people's faces in the little video shot that a lot of people didn't like this. And I don't get why. I do get why, but they're wrong. I think people went into this album expecting SOS and Dancing Queen and Waterloo. But by the time ABBA took their 40-year-old slight break, they weren't doing stuff like that anymore. Their last couple of albums sounded nothing like Waterloo or Dancing Queen or SOS or Ring Ring or any of that stuff. They had moved on to something else. And to me, this album is a continuation of that. Is it fairly mellow? Yes, it is. But I like every song on this, and I'm not kidding. I Saw Faith in You was the first single. just gorgeous. And When You Danced With Me, again, just I want to talk about something, but I want to do it in just a second. Little Things is a nice Christmas song, finally a Christmas song by ABBA. Don't Shut Me Down was the second single, really good, and Just the Notion might be my favorite on the album. That's the third single. That was a track that didn't make voyage, and they kept, I think, most, if not all, of the vocals and redid the music, and really nice. I Can Be That Woman, wow. Wow. That's all I'm going to say about that for right now. Keep Your Eye on Dan. That and Bumblebee are maybe, well, Bumblebee might be the weakest track on the album. No doubt about it, it's pretty good. Ode to Freedom is nicer than I thought it'd be, because I don't really like odes and all of that stuff. But Ode to Freedom is really about wishing we had one, which is a different thing. And I like it. And the thing I want to talk about this record, and I'm going to spend a minute here, is nobody talks about the lyrics. Everybody, you know, when they think of ABBA, they think, oh, Ring Ring and SOS and Waterloo, and, you know, these are some of the best, most mature lyrics I've heard on a record in a long time. They're heartfelt, they're sad. I Can Be That Woman is just so sad. There's 2 or 3 songs on here that put up a fight for Winner Takes It All. It's just like, just sad, heartbreaking lyrics. And I mean, and The Winner Takes It All is, you know, talk about your breakup songs. That's one of the best It's Over songs I think ever written. Whether you like their production or whatever, the song is, lyrics are just fantastic on that. And they're just as good here. And almost every song has poignant lyrics like that. Lyrically, this album is a 10 out of 10. Just, again, so mature. So, I mean, you know, not to compare it to like McCartney 3 or something, but I'm going to, because everybody seems to compare everything to McCartney 3. This is lyrically so much better than an album like that. And I liked McCartney 3. But compared to most songs today, and most, this is like almost, you're going to hate me for saying it, this is almost like Blood on the Tracks territory, some of these songs. These are deep, emotional songs about breakups and heartache and drinking, and there's a you know, sort of drug abuse and alcohol abuses in here, and this is a deep, mature album. And anyway, but it's not a sad album. It's, a lot of the songs are mellow, but it's not sad. And I hope it goes #1. I don't think it will. I would love this thing to go #1. And I'm just so happy that they came back, and this is it. And that saddens me. And I've never been the biggest ABBA fan. I like ABBA. I enjoy ABBA. But I was looking forward to this so much. Just, I feel like we need it right now. And I'm glad it's here. So, I like this album a whole lot. Okay. Really quickly, this came out a couple of years ago. It's Bob Seger and The Last Herd. This is pretty much everything he recorded before he signed to Capitol on the Cameo Parkway label. And if you're used to Bob Seger, you know, Against the Wind, Night Moves, this is nothing like that. This has zero in common with that kind of stuff. This is mostly rockin', but there are some tracks that don't, that will surprise you. And I like that it's on the old, they put it on the old Cameo Parkway label, which is really cool. But if Bob Seger would have kept his career going on this path, he would be one of my favorite artists. It has heavy music, which is fantastic. That was the B-side of one of his singles. Might have been on Capitol, I think, but it might have been an A-side on Cameo Parkway. East Side Story, that's cool. Chain Smoking is great. Persecution Smith is my absolute all-time favorite Bob Seger song. Just a fantastic song that 99% of the people in the world have never heard, and that's a shame. Vagrant Winter, I don't really remember that one that well. So, and side 2, that was side 1. Side 2 starts out with Very Few, which is this soft, mellow, could be like a James Taylor song. It was weird. And then 4 at a time is like a surf song. It's like a hot rod, a little GTO type song. I was like, whoa. And then his Christmas song, Sock It To Me Santa, is on here. That's great. Then Heavy Music Part 2 and East Side Sound instrumental. This is a really cool album. I recommend this too, especially if you're a Bob Seger fan. You need to know where he comes from, and this is where he comes from. And it's in mono, which is great. So Bob Seger and The Last Herd. And last but not least, you guys are gonna go, what? Wait. I want to talk about this again, because I wanted to get a proper listen, because I've been having turntable issues. I think I just need a new cartridge, and I can't really do that right now. So I switched back my last turntable and played it again tonight, and because I was getting intergroove distortion. And I still think there might be a little intergroove distortion on this record, but not enough to turn me off. I think it sounds great. Two of Us is fantastic. The separation is amazing. Dig a Pony might be too bassy, but it's great anyway. Across the Universe, again, just there's air. You can breathe in this version. There's space, and that's great. I Mean Mine is probably my biggest disappointment. In almost every track, the drums are way up front. The drums need to be more up front on I Mean Mine. Let It Be sounds great. I've Got a Feeling sounds great. One After 909 I think sounds great. Long and Winding Road. Some people said he should have turned the orchestra down. He did turn the harp down. Paul asked him to, and he did. For You Blue sounds great. Get Back is just rocking. This is the German press, and I'm mentioning that because if you buy the single album at like Walmart or Target or Barnes & Noble, get one of the exclusives with either the bag or the t-shirt or the 4 photographs. Those are pressed in Canada, so they might not have the intergroove distortion that this might have, and all cartridges might not pick it up either. But the 2 I have do, although my old turntable was much better. So I just wanted to talk about Let It Be again for a minute, and that does it. That's 5 from the shelf, number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. Again, I'm not great at talking about records, I know that, but a lot of stuff isn't coming in, so to make videos I have to come up with ideas, and that's about the best one that I've had. So thanks for watching. Check out my podcast, snapcracklepop.podomatic.com, and if you want in the comments, put in what you've been listening to. You know, everybody's always talking about, you know, what they got, which is great, but, you know, it's cool to know what you're listening to as well. So, go ahead and do that. And I'm really bad at I read every comment, and I respond in batches when I do it. And I'm way behind again, and I apologize for that. Anyway, check out my podcast, snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, I hope everybody is well, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.